Pretty active afternoon, and then we have a hurricane.
Yeah, hurricane too, the second one of the season, and the strongest one since Sandy in the Western Caribbean.
Wow.
So it's been a while. The
That's
Western
a long
Caribbean
time.
had to deal with that. Yeah, that's back in 2012. Now we are looking, Scott, basically at some showers around right now, but we're going to change the timing of these storms too over the upcoming days. So I want people to be alert of that. This is a photo that was just sent in from Sarasota Memorial Hospital high atop it. Kimberly showing some scud, what appears to be, that looks like a funnel, but it's not. It's just some low-lying clouds, moisture cooling and condensing as that storm moves on in. Appreciate that shot. That's looking off toward the east, and that rain is getting close to the Sarasota Memorial Hospital. This one from Siesta Key, also from Mike, showing some pretty ominous looking clouds there. This is just sent in about an hour ago, so things are looking rather ominous. If you can hear the thunder, remember you're close enough to get hit by these lightning strikes that are occurring. If you look to the west, boy, from the Van Wezel webcam, doesn't look bad at all. In fact, it was nice all day long, but now the clouds are starting to increase somewhat there. It depends upon where you look. Is determined what it looks like as far as the weather is going to occur for your area. If you look off to the east now from Siesta Key, you see some very dark clouds now, but off to the west, not too bad out there. Showers, not all that widespread right now, but notice the movement on these. These showers here at one point were drifting off to this direction here. Had some storms earlier that were moving basically to the south, and now these are moving in this direction right here off to the southwest. So all the surface boundaries are kind of interacting with these storms and kind of changing their direction at times. Now that lightning occurring near Lake Sarasota all the way down toward Clark Road. There's I-75, and this is Bee Ridge. A few isolated lightning strikes there. Some light rain starting to move into the Gulf Gate Estates. And then elsewhere, the rain that had been around Northport has since moved on. Wauchula getting a pretty good line of storms there into Hardy County. Rainfall amounts fairly impressive. That's the biggest aspect with these storms, not the strong winds. We don't expect any severe weather, but heavy rain is a real possibility with the storms that were around earlier, over 2 inches right there, bullseye into Northport. Right now, as far as temperatures go, that feels like temperatures into the mid to upper 90s. And as far as the dew point goes, still into the mid 70s. Our high today was pretty close to average. So is the low, right at average at 75 degrees. And I think we'll see temperatures a little bit below average over the next couple of days due to the fact that we're going to get more of a west to southwesterly wind. And with that in mind, that means coastal storms are a real possibility overnight and even during the morning hours. So we're going to keep that in the forecast. It's not going to be a washout, but we will see showers and storms scattered about anywhere from 8 o'clock all the way through the 7 o'clock hour in the evening over the next couple of days. Well, high pressure is slipping a little bit further off to the south. When that happens, we get a little bit of rotation out of the west-southwest there, and that will allow for some showers even up to about 11 o'clock, and then more developing at 3 a.m. and then pushing onshore once the sun rises. And you can see scattered about all over the west central coast, a little bit quieter as we move into the early morning hours on Friday, but then they'll be back in the morning, and it could be pretty heavy rainfall at times with some of these cells. We'll talk about heavy rain. They could see up to 12 inches of rain into Belize and also into the Yucatan as Hurricane Earl continues to move off to the west. Top winds are at 75. We could see even some strengthening up to possibly 80 miles an hour before it makes landfall sometime early Thursday morning, and then eventually it tracks off and stays on a westerly course and should not be a big factor after that. Elsewhere in the tropics, all is quiet right now. So Earl will be heading off toward Belize, causing all sorts of problems tonight and tomorrow morning. Some scattered storms in the morning for boaters. Seas running 2 feet or less. The water temperature 92 degrees out there, and low tide at 9:03. Sunset will be at 8:17 tonight. Timing of the storm changing a bit. Overnight storms are possible. A coastal shower or storm with some thunder possibly into the early morning hours, and then a good chance for storms at any time during the day tomorrow. Otherwise, variable clouds. The extended forecast calling for similar conditions. That timing change will continue on Friday, Saturday, and maybe back to more late afternoon and evening storms on Sunday. Scott?